Hello guys, I am Joshua600. Today we're going to be finishing trying the games on the Atari Arcade 2 cartridge here on the Evercade. So yeah, it's been a couple days since I last recorded, but that's okay. Last time we went from Moon War up until Lost Tomb. The 4 games in the last one weren't fantastic, which is weird considering that the 3 earlier games from part 1 were actually really good. Um, Frenzy was great though. Lost Tomb is interesting. Dark Planet and Moon War, not my favorite. But that's okay. Let's move on to Rescue from 1982. Somewhere over the deep blue sea, paratroopers are sighted falling into dangerous waters. Attack helicopters hover above, while enemy ships, subs, and sharks threaten below. Help arrives. A rescue chopper slips into enemy territory to save the stranded men and deliver them to safety on a nearby island. Guess who's the pilot? History. Rescue used the same hardware as Minefield. That's later, actually. And employs the same multi-layer parallax scrolling effect to provide a sense of depth to its scenes. Same multi-layer parallax. I don't know what that means. It was a rather rare game to see in the wild due to the financial difficulties the entire video game sector was enduring around 1982-1983, but has become something of a cult favorite among arcade game enthusiasts in more recent years. Katie says, "Don't fly too low when attempting to rescue one of the troopers. Helicopters don't fly all that well underwater." I would bet. Oh, these controls. Okay. A, B, X. Oh, okay, so basically same controls as Berserk / Frenzy / Xenocrisis, etc. Okay, makes sense. D-pad is obviously move your helicopter. R1 is to drop a bomb. We love dropping bombs. Like, I like dropping W bombs. Water bombs! Or water bottle. Okay, rescue. Ooh, that sound when you insert a credit. Let's hear that again, yeah? I like that. Okay. Let's hit play again. Sorry, I just really like that sound. Okay, rescue. In 3, 2, 1, let's pickle. Morning mission 1. Oh, this depth perception is interesting. So I assume I need to, yeah. I hope I'm doing good. I don't know if I'm actually, like, getting points. Oh, I got hit. Rescue 2 men. Did I do it? Okay, I don't think... Hold on. I don't think I'm doing this right. They're just falling into the ocean, it looks like. I don't believe I understand what I'm doing. Hold on. I'm rereading this. Don't fly too low attempting to rescue one of the troopers. Helicopters. How do I rescue? R is a... I don't understand. That sound, though. We love that. Okay. Did that work? What? See, it just says rescue 2 men. Okay, but if they look, they just fell into the water. Okay. Maybe Oh! Once they fall in, I have a ladder. I think. Alright, let's try that again. So I have to... What? How did I get a game over already? I am so confused. Let's try again. I want to learn this. But like, just how do I rescue? Oh, you just have to wait for them to climb back up. Because if you move, do they then just die? So you actually have to wait. Here's the island. Okay, and I killed the shark. Okay. Okay. Die, shark. And then I just... This is really hard to see these little bullets that are coming from the enemy, though. Die, shark. Okay, where's the island? Okay. Night Mission 3. Rescue 3 men. Oh. It looks like I surpassed the high score at least. And I got hit again. Okay, last life, I think. Ah, okay. Game over. Rank private. Okay, let's see if I can input... I can input my initials. What button does it? Come on. There we go. Hooray! Look, I'm at the top of the leaderboards, everybody! I'm so good at this game! Let's see. Now let's see if it saves, though. It does! It even saved my high score! I like it when these games do that. Do you know what would be cool that I just thought of? What if Blaze played the game and inputted their own high scores into this? Wouldn't that be cool? But okay, but that was Rescue. It's alright. Took me a while to understand how it works, which isn't the best thing for an arcade game, but now that I do understand it, it's pretty good. Okay, let's reset the timer and move on to the next game. Tazz-Mania! Ooh, a flashing lights warning. Ooh, it's gonna be spicy then. Okay. Move the hip-shooting Tazz-Mania around each room and defeat the myriad enemies. Shouldn't be myriad of enemies attacking him. I think so, yeah. Because myriad is like a mass now, so it'd be, I think. Or anyway, Tazz-Mania has not a noun but an adjective. Tazz-Mania has an automatic weapon that continues firing for as long as you hold the fire button and a direction, but be careful, you can't move while shooting. During each level, the walls begin closing in on Tazz-Mania. Defeat all the enemies in a room to open the exits at the top and bottom of the screen and escape before he gets squished. This sounds a lot like Berserk and Frenzy. History. Tazz-Mania was developed by Gunners Lycidas and Chris Oberth. The pair had previously worked together on another arcade game called Armored Car. Oberth went on to have a rather prolific career, producing both Minefield and Rescue, as well as a variety of 8-bit console and home computer titles. Katie says, don't forget that smart bombs also stop the crushing walls from advancing. I would not have known that otherwise, so how could I forget if I didn't know that until that point? D-pad, move Tazz-Mania. A button is a smart bomb. B plus hold plus D-pad is fire. Okay. Makes a sense. Makes multiple sense, actually. Dare I say dollars? Ooh, this game is loud, though. Much louder than the previous one. 3, 2, 1, let's pickle. Player 1 up. Ooh. There's, for some reason, these controls are confusing to me. Alright. Please. Alright. Prepare yourself for the evil eyeball room. Evil eyeball room. Oh. This game's hard. Oh, jeez. I already got a game over in a minute, in like 1 minute. What do you mean enter my initials? How is that good enough for at least part of the high score already? What? Pull stick down to enter. That's very weird. That it doesn't use the button. Scoring goes as follows. But I entered my initials, but it didn't actually show the leaderboard? That's weird. Let's do another credit. Let's go. God. Okay. You have to do like some geometry in your head to be able to actually succeed in this game. This is tough. Exit, exit. Yeah! Bonus room! What did... Okay. This is... I actually kind of like this. The sickle room. Oh. I feel like the hit detection isn't completely spot on there for these bullets. Oh, that was close. Come on. Oh. Get to the top. Get to the top. Yeah. The caterpillar room. Oh, now they turn into butterflies! I'm dead. Yeah, game over. You know what? That was okay, though. I like that. I just wish I could see the high score. Yeah, it doesn't actually show it, which is really weird. So what I'm going to do, I'm making some save states. Let's exit out the game, reopen it, and let's see if it's saved. It did. It does save my high score. At least it say well, maybe the previous one I got was too low for it to, but the first one I got, the one I just got was actually on there. So it's fine. Tazz-Mania. I like it. Okay, last game already for the video. Yes, these are short videos for a relatively short arcade cartridge as well, because you know they're early arcade games. They're not as involved as, let's say, the later Data East ones, some of the Technos ones, Toaplan, etc. So, Minefield. The midday heat is rapidly becoming unbearable as the supply helicopter lowers your battle tank onto the edge of the desert. You have a whole day's traveling ahead, 90 miles across the seemingly endless sand until you reach the target of your mission, the enemy's desert fortress. Your tank has run out of super missiles, so you must replenish your supply from stockpiles along the way. You'll need these to deploy the forts, or to destroy the forts in the enemy base. Watch out for the mines! History. Minefield was an early title to make use of multiple layers of background objects moving at different speeds to provide the illusion of depth, typically known as parallax scrolling. The effect is commonly agreed to have been pioneered by IREM's Moon Patrol from 1982, but Minefield and Rescue, which were both built on the same hardware, featured considerably more layers, providing a convincing quasi-3D look to the game's backdrops. Katie says, watch where you're steering, you won't score any points if a mine blows you up, will you? Okay, so same control scheme, using the face buttons rather than, you know, something else. But I guess, based off the last game, it was actually really a second stick, but here it's just being replicated by face buttons. So I guess that makes more sense. R1 launch missile, yeah, it's basically the same controls as Rescue. Completely, actually. So let's play. Sounds interesting. Minefield. And this game is considerably quieter than the previous one. Interesting. I forgot just how loud the last one was. But that is a different credit sound than Rescue as well. So 3, 2, 1, let's pickle. So what is actually the goal of this game? What are these flashing things on the ground? Is it really just, you know, hey, oh, I died? Is it just basically shoot the things that are in this? Wait, I died again? How? What hit me? Oh, are those red things in the ground the mines? I got a game over in 40 seconds. I can enter my initials. Somehow that was 5th place on the leaderboard. If Atari really made the initial leaderboard that low, I'm shocked. Okay, so the red things are definitely the mines. And then what I'm thinking Oh, these little flashing things as well are some kind of collectibles. And then you also want to avoid when like the planes fall into you. Or else you die, which that makes sense at least. This... I wonder if Moon Patrol... Like, if this... I wonder what year this and Moon Patrol were released. Because this is definitely giving Moon Patrol vibes, so I'm just... Because it was mentioned in the description, but I'm just curious, like... If one of these inspired the other. Like one of them inspired the other, because I can definitely see it. Makes me actually want to play Moon Patrol. That's like low-key one of the best games on IREM Arcade, as well as Moon Patrol. How am I supposed to avoid all that? Game over. Very short game. Now let's see if I got the top of the leaderboard. Let's see if it saves. It does. I like it. Let's do one more game of this. Minefield. Oh, these things are missiles. What do they do? Oh, I can use them to destroy the houses! Or whatever they are. That probably gets a lot of points. These kinds of games would be really, really great for Katie's challenge, you know? Because they're just, like, fun, quick little games. Arcade games definitely are the best for Katie's. Let's see, how do I get rid of those green copters? Would a missile do it? Oh, dang it. But yeah, no, this is nice. Seriously. All of these games from this part 2 were really good. So basically, yeah, I liked Rescue. Well, Rescue took a little bit, but I liked it. I want to play it more. Tazz-Mania was interesting at first too, but grew to like it pretty quickly. Minefield, that one's a really nice, fun one too. So basically, of this whole cartridge, the only ones I didn't really like at all were Moon War, and that's partly due to the controls, because we don't have like the analog dial. And then Dark Planet, which just I didn't understand at all. It honestly seemed broken. But yeah, I would say 8 out of 10 being really fun. That's a great ratio though. Especially compared to how I felt about Atari Arcade 1, which I only liked about 3 out of 13. And so here's 8 out of 10. Much better. I was right to be looking forward to this cartridge. I knew I would like this one a lot better than the first one. So yeah, that's all I have to say about this. I like the vast majority of the games on this cartridge. They're fun, and I have nothing else to say. It's good. That's it. Thank you all for watching. Hope you have a nice time. I'm Joshua600, and I'll see you guys next time. Subscribe here on YouTube. I'm on Twitch, where you can watch this stuff live. And yeah, okay, goodbye. Thanks for watching.